Yep.
Let's get news from Washington. It's about to get a lot more difficult to judge the effects of ObamaCare as the Census Bureau rolls out major changes to the way that it surveys Americans. The decision to revamp the questionnaire includes a, quote, total revision to health insurance questions. That means officials won't be able to accurately compare statistics from before and after the Affordable Care Act went into effect. The Census Bureau, which has had long-running concerns about the old method of questioning, says it is, quote, coincidental and unfortunate timing that the changes are kicking in just as the healthcare law begins impacting the nation. Conservative critics of the administration, perhaps no surprise, blasted the move with a Wall Street Journal editorial saying the statistics are being cooked. Back in 2009, reports surfaced that the Obama administration began pushing to exert more direct control over the Census Bureau. And as the New York Times points out, the White House Council of Economic Advisors requested several of the new questions, and the White House Office of Management and Budget approved the new questionnaire. So,
all right. We should point out it was not just conservatives who were outraged yesterday. You can tell on Twitter and on Facebook and all these places that are so predictably partisan when something really rises and it really stinks. Right. When you had progressives yesterday saying, wait a minute, this is ridiculous, this is
fishy
absurd.
Timing.
Well, yeah, and like who's making that decision? You know, ridiculous. Why would you just, even if it's the right decision, why would you do it right now when it raised so many red flags for people?
Why not do it in a year's time?
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Why make this more of a story than it needs to be right now when it's already tricky for the administration?
Yeah, and Mike, Judd Gregg, didn't he was going to be Commerce Secretary. Yes. And I believe the news came out that the Obama administration was going to take control of the Census Bureau, and that was one of the reasons he decided not to, because he was disappointed that he thought it was a political move. And here we are 5 years later, and my gosh.
Former Senator Judd Gregg
political.
Did indeed withdraw his name. I would be interested. Do we know what the questions are now? I mean, they changed the question.
Is Obamacare great or what?
How great are things going? Do you have a couple of minutes?
I don't know.
Would you prefer to have health insurance or not have health insurance?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, listen, government, White Houses on both sides do their best to cook the books and everything else. I think this is really a particularly clumsy effort. And you're right. I mean, conservatives blasted for good reason, and so did a lot of progressives.
Yeah.
They were just embarrassed by how ham-fisted the move was.
I wonder if there's coordination between the White House and the Census Bureau. And if there is, just not well executed.
Not well executed,
not well executed
at all.
To say the least.
Yeah.
Senator Mary